Taurus. This is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. Welcome everybody. This is a message for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. If you're none of those and you're like, why did this pop up into my algorithm? Because the message is yours. Even if only this one time. This is something that you need to hear at exactly the right time. And this is where your message begins. You're stuck on somebody. Or you're stuck in a situation. And it's based on insecurity. A feeling of being lesser than, a feeling of being weak, a feeling of maybe being emotionally unavailable, or not knowing where your emotions sit, not being able to decide, or you're stuck because you're dealing with a person that is emotionally unavailable. And so because they're emotionally unavailable, you have reacted by clinging even tighter. But either way, there's somebody here in your life that isn't available, or isn't doing well, or isn't right, or doesn't feel good about themselves, and is unavailable, is distant. But you're holding on. You're holding on because it makes you feel secure, and maybe you understand that, and maybe you're certain about it, and maybe you know that energy, and so it's comfortable for you. But this is not a situation to get comfortable in. It's just a recognition of you're clinging to somebody that isn't really available, isn't really going to stand by you. Either this is a someone or a something, as in a situation that drains you emotionally, or that makes you feel or, okay, totally different interpretation. It could be that you feel self-conscious, or you feel like you feel self-conscious about something, right? You lack confidence in something, and so you're clinging on, you're holding on to something, you're holding on, you're refusing to move, or you're refusing to change anything because you don't feel good enough to, or confident enough to change something. This would never be a good thing. This would never be a good thing. Underlying energy is abundance and prosperity, but it's on its side. So it means that you're flattening your ability to really enjoy this circumstance, this situation, this relationship, or relationships in general, by diminishing because you are not feeling confident or good enough in yourself. This could be that you're scared to take a risk that you need to take, right? You're scared to push the boundary, right? You're scared to do anything that you don't know has been done before. But because of that, you're squashing your prosperity. You're squashing your full capability, or you're squashing the potential on the outside if you would allow yourself to get rid of or let go of what you're clinging to and allow that prosperity in. So the universe is calling you to be objective, to be less emotional, because something with your emotions or with an emotional person is holding you back. It really is. It's holding you back. It's sort of become your security. For some of you, plain and simple, if this is relationship related to you, it's resonating, then I'll say you're clinging to an emotionally unavailable person. It may be an emotionally unavailable father figure that has kind of squashed your capability to, soar or be as valuable as you can be. And I think now it's becoming clear to you, because objectively, you're starting to see, or getting counseling, an outsider, a counselor is is helping direct you forward or pointing something out to you. And no, I don't mean me. I mean, it could just be that you already have somebody in your life that's helping you with this, or it's being suggested to just go get an outside objective perspective, because what's going to clarify things for you, what's going to help you move forward is objectivity, because something here emotionally is making you cling, making you stay stuck, and therefore, and because of it, suppressing all that you could be. You're kind of sitting on a landmine of prosperity. Now, you could be dealing with a feminine, a divine feminine that is sort of toxic and helping to squash the affection or motivation of a masculine in your life. Could be a domineering mother figure, somebody that just makes you feel unsupported, or that maybe you watched somebody make one of your parents feel unsupported. So there's just this sense of somebody squashing somebody else's potential, but them being comfortable in that energy. And now all of a sudden, boom, clarity. Now all of a sudden somebody comes by with some insights that kind of blow your mind away, and you're like, crap, didn't realize it was happening. But now there's a sense of how to move on from this, how to move away from it. This card came out too in the past. This usually is laziness, somebody that's not responsible with money. This is usually the energy of somebody who is frivolous when it comes to resources. Not because they don't have them, but because they don't really respect them. Because there isn't, happy birthday, Dageni, there isn't conscientiousness. And so now maybe you lived without, maybe you didn't come from a place of great prosperity. And now that's why you're kind of clinging and being super conservative. When I say conservative, I'm not talking political sides. I'm saying super conservative as in you don't want to try anything. You don't want to rock this boat, right? You want to preserve everything you had. You learned that because of the scarcity or somebody's irresponsibility or lack of opportunity from the past. Now, understand that what the universe is coming to you is saying is, okay, we've got to do better. We've got to see better. We've got to know better. We've got to be more clear about our direction forward. Okay. What is our direction forward for Taurus? Because it seems like there is suddenly clarity. So, yeah, this is missed opportunity. That's what's coming to you. That's what's creating the clarity. It's like now you're starting to see the things you've missed. Now you're starting to see maybe the people you've missed, the relationships you've missed, the opportunities, the career opportunities. It's almost like something has gotten stagnated to the point of boredom, and I've got to do something. I've got to mix this up, because if I don't mix it up, I'm going to keep losing. Right? I'm going to keep, I don't know. Let's put it this way. At the very least, the energy has shifted, so you don't like being stuck anymore. And that's what this clarity is. This sense of, okay, how do I move forward? Maybe I don't feel like I have any other opportunities. There's some sort of offer here that's coming in from the divine this week. And that offer, we're going to see what form it comes in, but that's a blessing that comes in to say, to like give you back your sense of energy and vitality and healing. A lot of times the Ace of Cups can be healing as well. But there's an offer of love. There's an offer, a kind gesture, kindness that the universe sort of brings to you and says, look at this. This is really fulfilling to you. Now, of course, Ace of Cups is often recognized as the relationship card, an offer of marriage. I would definitely be wary of this situation. Maybe that's what it is. You're wary of this offer of love because you maybe feel like you're being love bombed because it's been so long for you to feel this at all. I would wait. I would hold off a bit, because this, from all these cards on the table now, could be sort of this red flag of love bombing. But I'm going to get into it. Like, what's the clarity here? Then, should we trust this Ace of Cups? because it could just be that this is coming in at just the right time for you. No, guard yourself, protect yourself from this. When something comes in and it feels too good to be true, it's too good to be true. So there's this energy of suddenly, all of a sudden, in a place of stagnation, in a place of, insecurity, in a place of, I don't feel really good. Could be from a maternal figure or some figure in your life that just made you kind of always feel squashed, right? There's just this sense of, then all of a sudden love comes in, all of a sudden this huge, it's not an opportunity in terms of work. It's an opportunity in terms of flattery, in terms of everything that I've ever wished for or hoped for. And you're very guarded by it. You're very, I don't know if I can trust this. Now, listen, I have to confirm, it doesn't mean that you can't trust this. So that's what we need to do. Can we, yes or no? And I asked that question, didn't I? I know you're guarded, but can we, yes or no, trust this offer of kindness, this love, this Ace of Cups? Can we trust this Ace of Cups? Well, so this would be yes. Okay, so now I know which direction this reading is going into, because I gotta kind of remain open to both sides. This is you not feeling secure enough to open yourself up to this feeling of kindness and goodness and generosity, and because you're not used to it, because of your low self-esteem or issues that you've had in the past with, not being taken seriously or, being deprived in some way. It's hard for you to accept this sense of caring and kindness and love, and you're being protective of it. This is Cancerian. I'm going to tell you something. If this is romance for you, if this is all screaming romance, because it doesn't have to be. This isn't a romance specific reading. But if it's screaming romance to you, there's a Cancerian coming into your life, and they are just absolutely blowing you away with what they're capable of emotionally, with the level of emotional kindness and givingness and openness and security and support that they are willing to give you. They are blowing you the fuck away. And I think that's why you don't know, or you're not sure, or you're not secure, or you're not certain. You don't know. You don't know. It's definitely foreign to you, because there was definitely somebody in your life that was not emotionally available and made you mistrust being cared for that way, being considered that way, being treated that kindly. Does this have to be a romantic person? No, it does not at all. It could just be somebody who really believes in you. It could just be somebody who's coming in and is like, I want to invest in you. And you're like, yeah, but I didn't have to work that hard. I didn't have to prove myself. I didn't have to do all this. And then you're starting to realize maybe that's just your low self-esteem talking. Maybe that's you were taught that you always had to prove yourself, or you always had to be useful to somebody just because they were in fact not very supportive, or not very secure, or not very kind in general. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like you're starting to question that for some reason. And this Ace of Cups is absolutely reliable. Like, these are two yes cards, my friends. So when these come up, I'm saying you're guarded about this. You don't want to let just anything in. And you shouldn't. You shouldn't. You should keep your standards high. But this is Nine of Cups, clarifying, Nine of Wands. This sense of, I know who I am now. I know I feel good about myself now. I feel emotionally stable and secure, and I want to move forward with this. Or this is my ticket forward, or my ability to move forward, feeling secure enough to move forward on this. And so this, I'm going to give it, I'm going to call it, this is a big old fucking yes. On the bottom of the deck was the Death card. That's Scorpionic energy. Now that's opposite energy from you, so it's a balance of, I got to release this toxicity. I've been repressing something a long time. I felt this toxic energy for a while. And so it's the confrontation of a toxic cycle, allowing that toxicity to surface, be seen, be heard, be noted, and be healed. Damn. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Well, I mean, there's more to the reading, trust me. But okay, so where are we moving on? Let me get back to the deck. Where are we moving on this? How are we moving forward on this? Where are we going? It's unclear. It's unknown. This is Pisces energy. You could be dealing with a Pisces. But it's almost like it's unclear, it's unknown, not sure, not certain, not sure, not certain. That's all I can see from the... Always got to clarify the moon card. Because there's so much that's unknown. Now, listen, just because something's unknown doesn't mean it's bad, right? It's just unknown. There's a constant surprise. There's an enigma to it. You don't understand it. And the fact that the moon card is showing up and saying, yeah, there's a whole portion of this that's unseen. So if you proceed, maybe you're proceeding with caution. Or this comes out a surprise. So please clarify the moon card then. Because there's a lot of emotions here. Please clarify the moon card. Okay, this came out in the past. Oh, I love this. There's very few cards in the deck that I love more than the 5 of Swords in reverse. I also love the 7 of Swords in reverse, the 8 of Cups in reverse. I love them. 10 of Swords in reverse. Why? Because it means that you're starting to be able to recognize and realize how you were hurt in your past, how you were diminished in your past, because it's coming up in the past. But it's almost like making up for the pain and the suffering in the past. You know, it's like clarifying that you deserved better. Clarifying that you could have done better. You could have done more. You did deserve this chance or this opportunity. You did deserve somebody's faith. You did deserve somebody's faith in you and who you are. You did deserve that. You did. And that's why it's so enigmatic. That's why it's so mysterious. That's why it's so sort of unclear. But this is definitely emotions that maybe were suppressed and are just coming out now in order to help you heal. Because with 5 of Swords in reverse is like calling shitty people out for what they did to you. Ooh, a lot of us are getting so much beautiful clarity now. A lot of us. Okay, what else needs to be clarified about the moon card? That's what came up. Is realizing somebody was really shitty to you in the past. Realizing somebody was really crappy to you. Realizing somebody was very... And that they owe you. Or holding them accountable. You know, holding them accountable. Oh, I love this. And now it's turned back upright. This sense of, I can do this. This sense of personal certainty. You can do this. Somebody told you in the past that you couldn't do something or that you shouldn't do something. They guilted you into it. Could have been narcissistic abuse, you know, in the extreme situations. But 5 of Swords is a mean energy. It is somebody attacking you and doing it intentionally for their own benefit and intentionally blocking your potential. And ultimately now what's coming up is realizing, oh my God, I can do this. Because this isn't like, you know, sometimes people say this is the wishes come true. This is contentment. This is feeling good about oneself. This is like not needing anybody else around to feel happy with who you are and what you're capable of. And that's how you're moving forward. So, oh my God, Taurus, you are being given the gift of freedom from an abusive or derogatory or exploitive past that made you feel something about yourself that had you limiting your own potential and capabilities, and you are moving on from that. You are getting away from it. You're not escaping it. You're done with it. It doesn't have any power over you anymore. Let's go to the extended. I just need to continue. The link is down below, and I'll also pin it to the top of the comment section. I'll see you there.